Hi, I'm Jessica Harrington, and I teach criminal justice to 98 diverse students at CBEC in Warren, Arkansas. Students take my classes as electives, and the content area I teach is criminal justice to secondary students, grades 10th through 12th. I must align my lessons to follow the Common Core state standards as well as the Common Core Technical Core, also known as CTE, or Career and Technical Education Standards. The objectives for my lesson are for the students to be able to analyze cultural diversity and its impact on law enforcement. Students will also be able to understand how to compare and contrast the cultures of diverse groups and examine the subcultures that law enforcement routinely interact with most often. The instructional approach I used in this lesson was direct teaching, which is an explicit teaching technique. I stood in front of the classroom and presented the content over the importance of understanding how to best deal with situations involving various cultural diversities while working in law enforcement. And each student participated in a brief survey that asked each student to answer 9 questions about themselves anonymously and turn it in. The questions asked each student to tell me their social class, race, ethnic group, family description, whether they have disabilities or not, their religion, the region that they live in, their gender, and they listed their learning styles. For assessment, I assessed their knowledge of the content through having whole group class discussion in which we pass the discussion wand that lights up around the class, and each student has 30 seconds to tell the class what they learned about cultural diversity in law enforcement. Once the light quits blinking, they must stop speaking and pass the wand. The connections that we made were to Bronfenbrenner's ecological theory that believed that a child's development is affected by social and institutional influences. We discussed in class how each one of us vary from age, race, gender, ethnic group, etc., and we discussed how this may affect our quantity or quality of education. Then we discussed how this may affect each of us as individuals or how we may then affect society. We also made connections to putting theory into practice by teaching in a cultural diverse school, because our school is culturally diverse in that many students have diverse cultural backgrounds. This is found on page 82 of chapter 4. We also made connections to putting theory into practice by teaching English learners. That is found on page 85 of chapter 4, through many of my students being bilingual students that are learning English as their second language. I tried to make that as fast as I could so that I'd be under 3 minutes, but I'm almost just over 3 minutes, so I'm going to stop. Thank you, and I'll send the rest of my answers to the questions and through my surveys in my discussion. Thank you.